Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I practice on my mannequin. These hands right here are from Red Iguana. I'm going to be using these to do acrylic. So I'm going to show you guys how I use these to practice with my acrylics. So what I like to do is I like to grab a box of press-on nail tips. These are the coffin tips in, I believe, long, from the brand Creation. You can use whatever press-on nail tips you have, but these are the ones that I currently have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the nail tips that fit your mannequin. So for example, I kind of already have them picked out over here on the side. And this one, it fits like a 2. So I'm just going to insert it the opposite way instead of like the right way. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the tip here. And this is going to be used as the mannequin's nail bed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and insert the rest of them. Here's the pinky. And if for some reason they're too long, you can just snip off the tip a little bit. Okay, here we go. And there it is. This one is a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that one. I'm just going to go ahead and grab my tip cutter and I'm going to snip the tip a little bit, just a little bit. You don't want to cut it too much because then it's going to be too short. Just as long as it fits in there correctly. And then I believe this one is also a little bit big, so I'm going to go ahead and snip it off. And I'm going to go ahead and insert it into my finger. And there we go. Now, if you want to avoid getting any glue on your actual mannequin and having this issue here where the nails kind of like looks like it's bitten into, you're going to want to remove your tips after you have measured. You're going to want to remove them. Make sure you place them in order. That way you know which one goes where. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use my drill and I'm going to go ahead and etch these just so that your tip can glue on very, very quickly. If you don't etch these or you don't prep the nail, you are going to have trouble gluing your other tip to it. There I go. Just go ahead and prep these tips. And it's super easy, guys. You just have to prep them. That's it. Okay, after I went ahead and prepped the nail, I'm going to go ahead and grab the tips that I'm going to use. These are the tips that I have at the moment, so I'm going to be using these. I believe these are from, let me see if I can get these off. These are from the same brand Creation, and they are like a coffin. I believe they're like an extra long. They are in number 21. I believe these come in numbers. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and find the tip that fits it. I believe this one here is the one that fits for this nail. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this. I grab my glue stick. I like to use KDS. I'm going to go ahead and add some glue here to the well of the nail. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and glue it there at the very, very edge. Just hold those together for a while until they're glued together. This is plastic to plastic, so make sure that you guys are giving it some time to glue together. That way you won't have them fall off when you stick them into your mannequin. Also, try to glue them as straight as possible. That way you don't have to remove the tip, because once you glue it and then you try to move it, it's going to make it a lot harder to stick, and you're going to have to kind of like buff both your tip and this one all over again, or file them all over again. Yeah, just let them dry completely before you stick these into the mannequin, because if they're not dry, as soon as you try to push that in, this tip is going to pop off. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me do this off camera. Okay, so it's pretty hard for me to stick these on, and it just depends on the brand of tip you're using as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and etch this tip in the inside of it as well. Maybe that'll help. And this doesn't go for all the tips, guys. Some tips are super easy to glue. These are also kind of hard for me to glue on my customer. So if creation, you are on my channel, you guys have to do something about these tips. They're pretty hard to stick on to even the customer. Okay, so here I go again. I'm going to switch glues. I'm going to use this one, the Big Bondini Plus. I believe you can find these on Amazon. And if not, I'll go ahead and link it below. I think this one's for this one. I went ahead and I etched it, so hopefully it's a little easier for it to stick on. Okay, here goes the last one. I feel like I glued it on the wrong tip, but it's okay. Hurry up. Yes, okay, this worked better. Go ahead and etch them from the inside as well so you can have them stick on ASAP. Okay, so here I am. I'm going to stick this one in already. Hopefully it doesn't break off. No, it went in perfect. Okay, let me do the rest of them. And like I said, hopefully they're super dry. There's another one. And then, oh, I'm scared. Okay, let's see. Here's another one. Here's another one. And then this is the last one I did, so hopefully it's already dry. Oops, no, it's not. Okay, so let's let this one dry. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this one's dry. And there we go. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut them to the desired length. I think I'm going to do these pretty long, so I'm just going to go ahead and snip off a little bit from the ends here. Not too much, because I like to work on long designs. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my tip cutter, and I'm going to go ahead and snip off just right above the number. Here we go. There. 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 And there. All right guys, this one popped off, the one in the middle, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this again. I went ahead and etched both the tip and the press on, and now I'm just gonna kind of holding it together like this because it's kind of a little bit stubborn. And like I said, not all tips are hard to glue. These that are from Creation, the actual tip are the ones that I have a hard time with. I have other brands and they stick on right away onto the customer and onto the press on as well. Okay, this should be good now. Okay, there it is. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and choose the acrylic that I want to use for these. And of course, these are already ready for you to design however you want. Okay, so I bought these super pretty glitters and I'm gonna go ahead and do an ombre tip with these on my mannequin. So what I did was I added a little bit of this glitter and a little bit of clear, and this is what I'm going to be using to design my nails today. Okay, so I'm going to be using my number 12 Kolinsky brush. I don't remember what brand this is, and the label already came off. It is Musty Crusty Dusty. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this here. I'm going to go ahead and dip it into my glitter. Remember, a little bit goes a long way, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there and just start putting it all over my tip. What I want to do with these is I want to go ahead and do an ombre glitter tip. Ombre glitter tip, yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I guess I have to hum because I don't know how to add music to the playlist. Well, I mean to my... I don't know how to add music to my videos. Okay, here goes the next one. Also, guys, whenever you are working on a mannequin, you don't want to you don't want to put too much product. There we go. I couldn't find the words for what I was trying to say. So you don't want to put too much product, because if not, it is going to start seeping to the sides, and that's when you're going to get your mannequin involved. This isn't like a real human hand, so you are going to get product on the mannequin, and then you're going to have to be cleaning it off or filing it off, and that's not what you want to do. Okay, there's that one. Okay, so I bought these super pretty glitters, and I'm going to go ahead and do an ombre tip with these on my mannequin. So what I did was I added a little bit of this glitter and a little bit of clear, and this is what I'm going to be using to design my nails today. Okay, so I'm going to be using my number 12 Kolinsky brush. I don't remember what brand this is, and the label already came off. It is Musty Crusty Dusty. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this here. I'm going to go ahead and dip it into my glitter. Remember, a little bit goes a long way, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there and just start putting it all over my tip. What I want to do with these is I want to go ahead and do an ombre glitter tip. Ombre glitter tip, yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, here goes the next one. Also, guys, whenever you are working on a mannequin, you don't want to put too much product, because if not, it is going to start seeping to the sides, and that's when you're going to get your mannequin involved. This isn't like a real human hand, so you are going to get product on the mannequin, and then you're going to have to be cleaning it off or filing it off, and that's not what you want to do. Okay, there's that one. This glitter is super pretty. It has like a hint of like a blue tone. And I did get 3 different glitters that were kind of the same. And they all have like different hints. So this one has like a blue. And then there's one that has like a yellow. And then I have one that has like a pink. I'll show them to you in a bit. And now, guys, it's super important that when you're going to ombre glitter acrylic, you always want to cover your acrylic with a little bit of clear before you ombre your nude onto it, because if you don't cover it with clear, whenever you do put that nude at the top, it's not going to mix very well with your glitter. It's going to kind of go into the creases of the glitter, so we don't want that. So just go ahead and cover it up just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to continue adding a little bit of clear. Remember, you want to always have your clear on top of your glitter before you start the ombre. Okay, finger number 3. Okay, and last but not least, we have our thumb, and here we go. Remember, guys, if you do like an even application, you don't have to file so much. And usually with these hands, I don't really like to file too much, because I mean the nail isn't stuck on there correctly, you know what I mean? And so it's going to move all around. So you don't really have like a steady grip when you file. Oops. When you file, so you kind of want to put the acrylic on there like as best as possible, guys. Okay, there's that. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and ombre now. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this nude. This nude here, I bought here at my local nail supply store. I'll go ahead and link it down below. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let that nude sit just for a little bit before I bring it down. You don't want it to be too runny either. And we don't want to cover too much of that glitter because we still want it to show. And then let's go ahead and do our cuticle area. Remember, guys, when you are working on a real person, you always want to angle that finger downward so that your acrylic doesn't run towards your cuticle. And that's going to be a big help whenever you go to seal your cuticle at the end, that your cuticle is free of acrylic. That also helps a lot with lifting. All right, there's that one. Okay. All right, here's the next one. Here we go, finger number 3. And do you guys see how it's much easier to blend whenever the glitter is, well, I mean, I didn't show you like when the glitter wasn't covered, but it is much easier to blend your product downward whenever you do have your glitter covered. I've tried both ways, and when the glitter isn't covered, it makes a big mess because the nude goes into like all the little creases of the glitter, and it makes it super hard to look blended. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and cover I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate it. So I want to go ahead and put more clear like towards the middle area of the tip where it's going to cover the nude and the glitter together. That way when you go to file these, you're not filing off any of the ombre that you just created. You don't want to put too much because remember you had already put some before you did the ombre, and you don't want to make them too thick either. This is how it's kind of looking side view. And guys, for those of you guys that are beginners, I mean, there is a lot of techniques on how to apply acrylic. I mean, there is no right or wrong way as long as you are following your prep steps and you are also filing correctly and sealing your cuticles at the end. You can apply as many beads as you want, as big as small, depending on what brush you want to use. It just depends on how well you control the product. There is no like, oh, I have to use a size 12 because she uses a size 12, or you don't have to use whatever I use. This is just my technique and how I do it. It's just is easier for me to do it this way. But you don't have to do it like me. You don't have to apply it like me. As long as you're applying it and it's completely like covered and sealed and prepped, that's all that matters. Some girls use smaller nail brushes than I do. Some girls use bigger nail brushes than I do. It just depends on you. I used to use a way bigger brush than I use now, and I just stopped. I figured that I was using way too much product. I was going through monomer like there was no tomorrow, so I kind of like stopped using the bigger brush and started using a smaller one, and I feel like that has helped. I feel like that has helped with me not using so much product. Sorry. If you guys have any questions, you guys are more than welcome to leave any comments down below. I will be getting back to you as soon as I can. If you guys are interested in watching more videos, I do post videos on TikTok as well. I also have a Facebook channel or a Facebook page that I post like more like work related stuff, like where I, you know, my customers' nails and stuff like that. I also go live sometimes on my page. So if you guys are interested in watching any of that, make sure you guys follow me. I'll go ahead and leave my socials down below as well in the description box, so that way you guys can follow me on all platforms. After this, I'm going to go ahead and just add the clear. I'm not going to do much filing except for right here at the tips. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's like super squared. And yeah. So whenever I'm going to file for my mannequin, I like to remove the actual tip completely and file like this, because like I said, if you try to file it on the hand, it's just going to be moving all the way around. You need to have like better grip so that you can file correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the mannequin. I'm going to go ahead and file it as well as I can. And I mean, these are just for demo, so guys, we don't have to go so crazy and file them extremely well. But that's what it's gonna look like. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dust them off with my little brush here. I'm going to dust them off, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave them to the side. You just want to kind of keep the shape and just make sure they're super squared at the tip. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put these back. You can already see the difference in the shaping just by taking them off a little bit and filing them. You don't want to file them here on your mannequin, only because you're going to like scrape your mannequin's hand, and you don't want to do that to your hands. Especially these are from Red Iguana and they are a bit pricey. The quality is super good, so you don't want to mess those up. Actually, these nails are still kind of like wet, so I'm gonna go ahead and wait for a little bit, and I'll come back when I have filed them completely. So what I did while I was waiting for them to dry was wash my hands. Make sure you take off all the dust and all the debris from it. That way when you go to take pictures at the end, it doesn't look all crusty and dusty. Okay, here we go. I'm going to continue the filing. You just want to kind of keep the same shape. You're just going to make sure they look super nice and crisp. Oh, I tore my glove. Okay. This one goes here. Don't mix them up. And this one. And here's the last one. I'm gonna go ahead and dust those down. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put those back into the mannequin. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the thumb is 5. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my top coat. This one is from Creation as well. This is one of my favorite top coats. I think you can go on their website and purchase it. I just buy it here locally, and I'm gonna go ahead and go all the way from the top all the way down. And since these are kind of clear, I like to also put gel top coat at the bottom just to make it look super, super clear. Okay, see that? Okay, here's the next one. These are super pretty for like a mermaid look for the summer. And here's the final product, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, guys. Bye.